Welcome to this episode on network security. I'm Samson Anyuan, your tech friend. In this episode, we are going to focus on how to use Snort as intrusion detection system for network monitoring. Network security is a huge responsibility, not only for the network engineers, but also the network administrators. It involves continuous monitoring of the network in real time, and nevertheless, it is important to understand that the modern cyber attack capability has gone beyond the defense capability of a mere firewall. It requires a blend of security tools like the IDS, the IPS, the EDR, the SIM, or the SOAR. This is simply because a firewall can easily be evaded, it can easily be bypassed by the hackers. And for this case, we shall be looking at IDS. And basically, IDS means Intrusion Detection System. It's a passive monitoring tool that detects and alerts the administrator that, hey, something is happening in your network and you should take action. Why do you think it is a passive monitoring tool? This is simply because the IDS itself does not stop attacks, but rather what it does, it detects and alerts the administrators for them to take action. So, in this case, we shall be looking at one of the best examples of IDS, and that is Snort. So let us switch to our Kali Linux machine and see uh, how to use Snort as the IDS. I'll open a terminal, clear the screen, and increase the font size. Here, the first thing that we need to check here is whether Snort is actually installed and what version is running. So to check the version, we say Snort version and then enter. Here you can see Snort is installed and it is version 3.11. Others are using version 2, and for my case, I'm using actually the latest version, that is version 3. We clear the screen. If in case you have not, I will not actually go through the installation process of Snort, but you can take your time and go through. Here, before we do anything, the most important thing that we need to know first is the network that we are going to monitor. And how do we know that? We do this in either way. We can say IP A, that is IP address, and enter, and this now gives us our IP address. My machine is connected to this IP address, and through this interface, this is my interface that I'm using actually, and the IP address is here, and the subnet mask is 24. My broadcast address is this. That's one way you can use this command to check that, or you can say if config, and this will give you the same thing. The IP address is here, the subnet mask, and then the broadcast address. From here, if we know the IP address of our machine, then definitely we can also know the network address of our network. Here, of course, these are just the fundamentals of subnetting. You can see this is the last digits here. Of course, it specifies the they specify the host address, and the rest is the network address. So here, if you replace this with a 0, it becomes a network address. So our network address is of course 10.209.51.0/24. So that's our network address. After having known our network that we are going to monitor, what is the next thing? And the next thing here is uh, the configuration of that network into the Snort configuration file. How do we access Snort configuration file? We say sudo and then vim. Vim here is just a text editor. You can use Vim, you can use Nano, or just any other text editor that you like. But for my case, I like using Vim. So I will say Vim and then enter into this directory. where the configuration file is, and the configuration file for my case, as I'm using Snort 3, is this. It is snort.lua. This is the configuration file for Snort 3 or Snort version 3. If you're using version 2, Snort version 2, your configuration file will be snort.conf, like this. So for me, as I'm using version 3, this is my file name. So enter, then enter my password, and I'm now taken to the configuration file, which I can now use to configure my network that I'm going to monitor. So here, our area of focus or interest is going to be this, the first one, configure defaults. When we scroll down and see, uh, you can see the here. Yes, it says that home network and external network must be set. Now. Set up the network addresses that you're protecting. Of course, it is the network that we need to protect that we configure here. So the home network here is our network, the network that we are going to monitor. So here we will replace this NA with the network address, our network address that we have just seen. Then the external network here is just any network that will be communicating with our network. So here we will leave this as NA because we don't want to limit ourselves to a particular network uh, to monitor, but it is just any external network that will be communicating with our network that shall be monitored. So we will leave this as NA, and here we come back here and enter our network address. We'll make changes here. Confirm again, let me open a new tab, increase the font size, and clear the screen. Once again, our network address will be 10.20.209.51.0/24. So coming back here, we can say 10.209.51.0/24. This is the network address. In this network, any device that is connected to this network will be monitored. So here we are done with this. We leave this as any, and then we save these changes. We write and quit. So here, that's one thing. The second thing again is now to go to the rule file. There are default rules that we have. Maybe I can just enter into this. You can say, you come to this directory, the rules directory. You can see I'm there. When I check, you can see there are a lot of default rules that are actually for different attacks. But for our case, we are not going to use default rules. We are going to configure our own rules from scratch that will be targeting maybe particular attacks. So here, we will look at this file. If I'm not wrong with the local file, the local rules dot the local dot rules, here is the file that we shall be looking at. This one is just an empty file that gives you space for you to write your own rules. So here we are going to look at this. So let me just go back a little bit, and we are back again here. I clear the screen, and here uh, to write our own rules, we can say sudo, then vim, and then go back to that directory where the rules are, snort rules, and then local.rules, as we saw. So you enter, and here is an empty file. This is just an empty file that is having a space for us to write. So here we can just go down here and in this space we can write our own rules, the rules that we see are best for our network. Here we will start maybe, let us first start with a rule that detects the ping traffic. If someone wants to ping our network, it should show on our screen that, hey, someone is pinging your network, and that will, of course, give us a message that something could be fishy about our network. So here, let's say, to write a rule that detects the ping traffic, we say alert, then ICMP. The ICMP is the protocol that is used by ping. Then we say any, that is any ping traffic from any network on any port to our network, that is our home network, at on any port. What do? We will have a message. We put a message here, our own custom message. We say if uh, if a ping traffic is detected, what do? Let us let Snort shows this message on the screen that ping traffic. We can just put any. You can just put any message that you think is best for you. We can say ping traffic detected. This is the message that will show on the screen if someone tries to ping our network. And then we enter the signature ID. The signature ID here is just uh, it is just a unique ID that differentiates the rules. So here we'll go to the revision number. The revision number uh, again is just uh, a number that helps in differentiating these rules, because we will have number of rules here and they will be identified or differentiated by these numbers, IDs. So here I think we are all set. Now we are ready. This rule can now detect the ping traffic. Here we save these changes. Uh, we write and quit. Now, the next thing here is to turn Snort into listening mode. Let me clear this screen. We want to put Snort into listening mode so that when someone pings our network, it will show the traffic on the screen. So how do we do that? How do we turn Snort into listening mode or the alert mode? We say sudo, then Snort, the configuration file which we saw in this directory. Snort, that is the configuration file. Then we go to the rule. The rule file is in this directory that we saw earlier. Uh, then we say the rule file is local.rules. And then we go to our interface. That interface that we saw was the interface name is eth0, which we can confirm once again. You can just open a new terminal here and then say IPA, and you can see our interface is this. It is eth0. So here we come back again and say our interface is here, and then we enter the alert mode. The alert mode is alert fast. To here we are all set, so we can enter and enter our password, and here we are now. Snort is now in the listening mode. It is now listening. If there is anyone that pings our network, the traffic will appear here. So here, I have a Windows 11 machine, which I want us to ping. Maybe before that, I can maybe show that the screen of the Windows 11 machine, and we check the IP address of that uh, machine. It is just running within the same network that we saw. So I will switch to Windows 11 machine. It just locked itself out because it has been active for some time. So I will just open it as it resumes. Let me, in the meantime, take you back again to this, and we come back here, and okay, clear the screen, and then you can see the number of things that is actually trying to listen to, or trying to check through. These are the things, but we'll see later when this one now captures the traffic. So here, let me just switch back to my Windows 11, and this is Windows 11 machine. Let me say I just log in. You've seen the username is Samson. We can open. We go to the command prompt, and then here, let's check our IP address. You will be wondering why in Linux, to check the IP address, it is if config. But in Windows, of course, it is IP config. You should take note of this. When you're in Windows, you say IP config, and and if in case you're in Linux, you say if config or IP config. So here you enter, and this is the IP address of our machine, our Windows 11. Uh, you can see it is within the same network. It is 10.209.51, and then now the host uh, digit is of course here. So it is within the same IP, within the same network. In this case, we have seen this. I'll go back to Kali Linux machine, and see or ping this IP address of this Windows 11 computer. So here, let me switch back, and let us, from here, let us ping that IP address. Let's say ping 10.209.51.67. Yeah, this is the IP address of that Windows computer that is within our network. It's running. So from here, we can see this is now the ping traffic that is going through our network. And here, when we check, the traffic is here. It has captured all that ping traffic, saying ping traffic detected. See, it is doing this in real time. So you can see the date, that is the date, the month, the time, minutes, seconds, then the ID number, that is the signature ID that we specified, then the message that it shows us, and whether it is a high priority or not, and the protocol it is using. And then the most important part here is, as the network administrator, of course, you will be checking this, which IP or which device is targeting my network, and which device is being targeted within the network. Here, this one is the IP address that is attacking or targeting this IP address in the network. This is the IP address that is pinging this IP address, or this device is pinging this device. So you can simply know that someone that is targeting your network is using this IP address, and which device is being targeted in your network, it is this IP address. This is a very important part that you need to know. So here, as it continues pinging, it is capturing each and every uh, ping traffic and showing here on the screen. Now, one other important thing here, as you can see, it is showing only the month, that is April date 5 at this time, but it does not show whether it does not show you the year, whether it is 2020, whether it is 2023, whether it is 1975 or whatever. So here, what do you do to add the year? Because you know these are very important files for any institution. Like if there is a cyber attack, it is important that it is known, and this can be kept for reference. And if the year is not indicated here, then people will never know which year this actually happened. So to do this, to add the year, of course, we can do this. We terminate this and go back again. And just here in this command, we say we just add only dash y, and this is for the year. Let me just clear the screen, maybe, if yeah, for you to see. This is the command for turning Snort into listening mode. So here we can just say dash y, and this will add the year into uh, into the traffic. So here we enter again, and once again it is listening. In this case, we will terminate this and rerun again, trying to ping our our Windows 11 machine, and let us see. Uh, in the meantime, as it captures that traffic, I will also go back again and see. Uh, this is the traffic that is captured, and now the new thing that the command has added, the dash y command, is here. You see, this is the year. This is 2026, April, date 5. This time, uh, this minute, and then the seconds. These are all here. So here, when you keep this file, of course, you can definitely know the details, even if it is after um, a number of years. You can still uh, get the details of the document, and this is how it is done. So I will stop this and go to the next uh, the next rule. The next rule here, maybe let me clear the screen. The next rule, if in case you want to detect unauthorized access to your network through SSH, maybe if someone wants to log into your network uh, using SSH protocol, then you will be able to, uh, you know, your system or your network, or let me say your snort, will be able to detect and alert that message on the screen. So how do we write such a rule? We say we go back again to the rule file through this snort, then rules, then local dot rules. You enter your password, of course, and you are here. Now let us enter a new rule. Here we say a rule that will detect any unauthorized access to your network through SSH protocol. Here we say alert TCP, because it uses a TCP protocol. SSH uses TCP uh, to um, to communicate. So we'll say from any network on any port into our network, that is our home network, uh, to our home network. And now to specify whether it is SSH, what do you do here? You specify the port number. And the port number for SSH is 22. That is the port number for SSH. You need to know all this to be always at your fingertips, because they are very important to know the port number for most of the common protocols. So here you enter a message, write a message that will uh, be appearing on the screen. Maybe you can say SSH login detected. Detected. SSH login detected. See, this is the message that will pop up on the screen and tell you, hey, someone is trying to log into into your network using SSH protocol. This the first one being 10001. The second one will be 10002. Then the revision number will of course be 2, and then up to here we are good to go. This will capture any unauthorized login to our network using SSH protocol. So here we can save these changes and go back again. Let us try to let me just see my Windows 11 again. Okay, yes, we'll try to log into. I will open a new okay. Uh, as we already know that Windows 11 is part of our network. Let us try uh, to log into that Windows machine from here. But before that, let's first turn on this the Snort into listening mode. Here it should be listening. Yes, it is now listening. And then we come back here and say that we are logging into SSH, that is into that small Windows machine that I showed you. And the IP address for that machine is 10.209.51.67. That is the IP address. We are trying to log in using SSH protocol. From here, it should capture this traffic, the traffic that comes from this access or login attempt should be captured by Snort. So when we come back to our Snort interface, it should be showing from here. Let me add the second rule of ping. Then now 51.67, for example, and then I enter. So let's see what it is actually doing in this case. It should be available as soon as now. Yes, and now the traffic is here. You can see SSH login detected and ping traffic detected. It is capturing all that traffic that we specified. Actually, the any traffic that matches the rule that we specified is now captured and displayed here on the screen. Maybe I can just uh, reduce the font size here and show you how it is. So here, going back again, let me restart this. Then coming back here, it should also show the SSH login detected. Uh, all the way you can see, you know, all of them are being detected and they are being shown here. Ping traffic detected, SSH login detected, and it is doing this in real time. It is something that is being done in real time. There's nothing like delay or whatever. So this is how you do that. That is the second rule. Maybe if we want, we can as well go again and add maybe for FTP, and it's just the same thing. If you want to, let me see where. Okay, I think we can just start from here again and say vim etc, then snort rules, then local dot rules, and then we enter the password, and again here we can enter maybe the third rule that will detect the FTP traffic. Maybe if someone wants to log into our machine using FTP traffic, of course we will be alerted. So how do we write such a rule? We say alert. It also uses TCP, any network on any port into our home network, uh, here. And what is the port number for FTP? It is 21. You should have that in mind. And then the message that will be shown on the screen, of course, we can just say here, we can say just FTP login attempt detected. You can write any message that you see is good for you to give you an alert. So we say this is going to be 10003. It increments by just one. Then the revision number again is also 3, and then we end it here. So from here we can just save the file, and then we go back again. We go back, yes, to check if my Windows 11 is still on. Okay, now let's run the three rules. One that is logging into the network using SSH. Let me run it, and then okay, let us first turn this node into listening mode. I think uh, it's out, of course. So we put it to listening mode. Now we come back here and run all this. Let us run the SSH, and then we run the ping. Let me first close that and run once again. We run it, and then we come back here and run the one that we have just configured, that is FTP. We can say FTP, then we try to log into this machine, the Windows 11 machine, 67. I think this is actually the IP address. This should capture all this traffic, the traffic from FTP, the traffic from SSH, and the traffic from the ping. So here you can see it is capturing all this in real time. See, ping traffic detected, SSH login detected, uh, as well as FTP login attempt detected. See, all this, you can see they are all mixed up here, just depending on which one is coming first and which one is following the other. This is how it is actually done, and it is doing this in real time. Uh, so this is how you write your own rules, and it's very important that any network administrator must have all these things so that you don't have to get into something you can easily avoid. Like this, you can uh, know what is happening in your network. This is the IDS, and that is Snort, a platform or a security tool that detects and alerts messages for administrator to take to take action. So in the next episode, we'll look at more other commands, more other rules. And after this far, uh, I want to say thank you so much for watching my video. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please take your time and subscribe for more updates. Thank you.